I'm Brian King. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I work exclusively with the autism spectrum population, the lifespan from young child to older adult, individuals, families. I also happen to be on the autism spectrum myself, clinically speaking, Asperger's. And I have 3 sons that are on various points along the autism spectrum, and my wife is also on the autism spectrum. So by removing Asperger's and PDD, which is kind of where they're leaning, and just putting all of this under one big umbrella called autism spectrum disorders, what they're doing is solving the problem of accounting for individual differences, because they're not looking for the clinician to cram people into one of 3 categories. Those labels are problematic because they're inflexible. When you read the criteria, it says you must meet this, 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 and this, and this to be Asperger's. Well, nobody looks like that. I don't have one client that looks like those criteria. So when you look at somebody from the spectrum from the outside and you make a judgment about who they are without getting to know them, so much gets lost. And over the years, people would make assumptions about me. That, oh, you're this kind of person, because of the way you look and whatever judgments I've made about you. But if I have an earring and a tattoo, there's already an expectation. Oh, this guy's a little different. So if I come on a little bit different, it's okay now, because I've kind of set that for them. And the reason I got the Phoenix, because I'm a cancer survivor. I went till age of 35 not knowing that I had Asperger's, bullied mercilessly throughout my entire life. A couple years ago went through a horrible divorce. So the Phoenix is that mythological creature that is consumed by the fire and reborn. And that's the story of my life. Much more to it other than what's on the page. I've had clients come to me who've been through 4 or 5 assessments where they're told, okay, your kid makes eye contact, so he's not on the spectrum. Or your kid's too affectionate, so they're not on the spectrum. People who really clearly have not had enough training to realize that the page isn't it. Your desire to work with a population doesn't qualify you to do so if you can't connect with that person. And a lot of psychiatrists, I think it's fair to say a lot because of whom I've encountered, if they view it through as a psychiatric experience, that it's a matter of just the mind or there's a mental disorder or imbalance, they view that person much differently than somebody who might think that this is just a difference. This is just a way of interacting with the world. And when you have some professional arrogance, which exists in all professions, not just the mental health field, where you consider yourself the expert over your client as opposed to a partner with your client, where you are sharing information and knowledge back and forth and you're co-educating. That's the only way to be effective with these people, whether you're on the spectrum or not.